Hi, it's Megan.
And it's Bree.
And we just want to talk about TV.
Welcome to our podcast,
Unseriesous. Each episode, we're going to cover a TV show, new or old, and have a silly little conversation about it.
So grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's get unserious.
Hello, you. Welcome back to our show.
Hi. Welcome. Hi. Today we are joined by a bitch you already know, Julia. You may know Julia from the Ted Lasso or Yellow Jackets podcast that we did. If you haven't listened, go do it. So, anywho, Julia?
Yes.
What have you been watching, listening, reading, doing?
I just finished this book called She Gets the Girl, and it's a lesbian rom-com, and I love it. I'm about to start another book. I'm in my reading era.
Ooh.
I'm in my reading era.
Okay.
I've been reading a lot of books, a lot of gay books. I want to read that book, The Telegraph.
Yeah.
The Night of the Telegraph.
Last Night of the Telegraph Club.
And I want to watch Superstore, so that's on my list.
Hell yeah.
And I've just been watching, like, movies. I just watched, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, Shiva Baby.
Yeah.
And I want to
watch that.
It was really, really good. So 10 out of 10 recommend if you're gay to watch that, because it really looks into the life of. And that's it.
Nice.
Nice. How about you, Megan?
I just went to see a little under the ground, low radar movie, Barbie.
That's what I was going to say.
Well,
movie, Barbie?
Yeah. The like
Me
little
and Megan
known-
went to go see Barbie, not Julia.
Well, that's not true, but okay.
We went to see Barbie, and it was really fun. I recommend going with your besties. Just have a nice, silly little night at the movies. The movies are back, even though we don't
Movies
support the
are
studios because they're not paying the actors or the writers. But it was a good movie, so if you want to watch it one day, I recommend it. And we had a nice little day where Julia entered a bake-off, and we went to the bake-off.
I won. I was Best Baker of Chicago officially.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look that up.
And then we went to the Barbie Cafe and had a cute little meal and took some cute little pics with Ava as well. Then we went to the movies, and it was just fun being in a full theater. I feel like I haven't had that experience, since, like, Endgame or something like that. People were saying, like, the Harry Potter era. I'm sure, like, the Twilight, the Hunger Games. Like, people were excited to be there, and they were giving their all. They were dressed up, and it was just fun. It was just fun to be a part of a community who was just having a good time at the movies. And I hope there'll be more experiences like that. I'm sure maybe Hunger Games in November.
Oh,
Like that.
heck
I'm
yeah.
so excited.
We should do a midnight premiere.
Yeah, we have to.
Okay, I'm in.
That's the one movie I'll go to.
Yeah, and we were talking about doing it for the pod because Hunger Games is a series.
I just spoiled all of Outer Banks. Anyways.
Did you read? Anyway, Bree, what about you? Aside from Barbie, I guess.
I think just Barbie and more Dance Moms, and we already know everything I've been. Dance Moms is getting crazy, y'all.
Wow.
I think everyone should go watch it. Just like a billion years late. But you know what?
What?
They're apparently bringing it back.
What?
Like, Abby Lee Miller's going to do season 9.
I'm in.
I guess I had to tune in. Like, Christy and Kelly won't be there, so that sucks.
Yeah.
But I think I have to watch it.
That's crazy. Isn't she, like, problematic?
Yes.
Like, why would someone bring back a show with her as the lead?
You know, I don't know. That's a good question to let her torment more kids.
TLC?
Lifetime.
Lifetime, okay.
All right, Julia. Can you tell us what you is about?
I'm really all about the good vibes and the...
Julia's got the jokes.
I do got the bits. Okay, so You is a psychological thriller on Netflix that follows Joe Goldberg, a bookstore manager in New York City, who meets Guinevere Beck, an aspiring writer who he becomes immediately infatuated with. To feed his sociopathic obsession, he soon turns to social media and technology to track her every move and eliminate any possible obstacle that stands in the way of their relationship, which eventually comes to an end after he strangles her to death. This intense obsession with the people he has an eye for becomes an ongoing problem for Joe and the 18 people he has murdered. Did you count?
Yeah,
In season 4,
we gotta remember he has killed 18 people.
In season 4, Joe moves to London, posing as a professor named Jonathan Moore. Though he's ready to start over and begin a new life with a new identity, it's difficult for him to shake his old habits, especially when there's a murder on the loose that isn't him. Unless...
Dun, dun, dun.
That's so silly.
Wait!
Yeah.
Oh, shit!
Yeah.
Can I hop in?
Yeah, let's just go for it.
I didn't even realize that he was the killer the whole time.
Yeah. Like, it's actually him.
That
He was just like disassociating.
He just didn't know.
Oh, I guess I forgot that. Because, okay, so what happened was I watched the episodes with you.
Yeah.
You two. Y'all.
You.
And then I didn't watch it for like a few months.
Same.
And then
Same.
I went back in and I watched the last 2 episodes, 3 episodes, whatever it was. And I forgot that whole plot line. Like, because I stopped at the part where he realized that he wasn't, that what's his face wasn't real.
Right.
So that's
Reese,
crazy.
right? Reese.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize the, like...
What that meant. Like, that means he killed
I was
everyone.
confused for... Like, I was kind of thinking that was... I was like, oh, is that what it is? But I wasn't sure. And I didn't want to... we didn't want to look it up.
Until we finished.
Because... But that's crazy. Like, when you think about it and when you think of everything, that's, like, insane. Like,
yeah.
No, it's so cool because we were talking about before the show started. Like, you guys watched it before me. I don't know, like, when you guys watched it. But, like, I just watched the whole series this year. Like, I binge 1 through 3 before this season came out. And I think we all have the sentiment of, like, how are they going to, quote-unquote, top it? Because I think everyone loved the love storyline. And then, like, the duel, they were both a little crazy. Like, that was really cool. And it's like, how are they going to keep going and, like, make it bigger and better? And I feel like the season kind of starts in a way where you're like, I don't really know what's going on. There's a lot of new characters. But by the end, you're like, damn, they did kind of up the ante.
They did it. And I think that's something that I was like, I don't want to watch this white guy do the same shit over and over again. But they do it so well. Like, I remember at the end of season 2, when he finally gets love, and they're in their house, whatever, and he's like, oh, the neighbor. You remember the neighbor that Love ends up killing? Mm-hmm. But so before all that happens, he's like, I'm finally happy. I finally have everything I want. I have to cough. It's going to be a long episode. He's like, I finally have everything I want, but then he sees the neighbor and he wants something else. Like, he's never going to be satisfied. Like, I was rooting for him until that instant where he was interested in the neighbor, because I was like, you say you want love and you want this and you want that. You have it. You have what you want, and it's not good enough. Mm-hmm. And then they sucked me right back in. Like, season 3, I was like, fuck this guy. Like, he sucks and he, like, does bad things and he's not a good guy. And then I'm rooting for him again. And then at the end of the season, he does something terrible again. And then the same thing happens. Season 4.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how I keep getting roped in to this man who is awful.
They definitely give him, I think, enough sympathetic traits that, like, the human nature
like
is
cares
you want
about
him.
Animals.
Yeah, like, we see his childhood, we see what he went through with his mom and with other women in his life, his dad and all this stuff. And then you see him I was reading, like, a recap of the season. They pointed out every time he made a quip about, like, fuck racism, fuck misogyny, and he has all these, like, good ideals except for not killing people. And it's like, you're like, oh, he just wants to be loved, he just wants to be accepted, but, like, he's not a good guy, and you forget that for those brief moments where he is, like, a human being.
And then at the end of the season, they bring you right back, this guy sucks. Like, this guy is a bad guy. They just do it and over and over and over again, and I don't know how I keep forgetting that he sucks and that he's a bad guy, but I think it's the writing, the acting, like, all the things I think are really good in this show, and I think that's what makes me keep wanting to come back.
Yeah.
And we thought he was, like, changing a bit, and it turns out that he's killed the most people this season.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
But he didn't even realize he was doing it. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And I think he always has this mentality of like, especially at the very beginning, like seasons 1, maybe 2, like this is the last time, like I need to stop this, like I'm trying to be better, and I feel like this season, like jumping even to the end, he was like, all right, I heard what I needed to hear, I'm gonna be better, but he immediately kills that guy that's dating his student. And like he gets to a point where maybe he can get out of this, but he still does it.
At the very, very end, he's like, now I have everything I need to kill and not have to worry about it. So that kind of drew it in for me, where I was like, oh crap, like he is not trying to be better. He is not trying to stop killing. Even so many times he tells us he's trying to stop. This kind of solidified. Not that it hasn't been solidified, you know? Like, it's not that it hasn't been. But this part where this is what really got me. Like, I had the same exact feeling. Like, I was hoping, rooting for him, and then he kills me literally last 5 minutes, where he's like, I can kill now. Like, I can do whatever I want, and I have a way out, and I can do this and not have to worry about, like, the repercussions, because I have this on my side. Same thing with Natalie. Same thing with Love. Same thing with Gwen. What did it? Beck?
Gwen?
Beck?
Yeah.
Beck. And it just, like, this is why women die.
Yeah, because men just don't.
Because we're, like, ingrained in our brain, and I think that's what this show is saying. Like, it's ingrained in our brain. This man has killed 18 people.
That's why I want to remind everyone, this man has killed 18
people. And we still have a soft spot for him.
Which is insane.
And that's why women die all the time, because
I can't believe Kate is I mean, Kate doesn't know everything,
but
but
talk about Kate.
I can't believe that she is still by his side.
I know.
But, like,
I think a part of it is she doesn't know
She
everything.
only knows, like, a slither, and she's also, like...
She was like, I've done bad things, too.
Yeah.
And
But,
she's
like,
raised by a really, like, ruthless, terrible dad.
Yeah.
So, like, I think she's desensitized.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, but she definitely doesn't understand the whole...
I hope she, like, fucks it up next season. Like, I hope she, like,
Yeah.
She
goes
doesn't take
against
shit.
him
Yeah.
next season. I hope everyone comes back to go against him.
Yeah, we were talking about that a little bit, where, like, there's so many characters out there that have survived him, whether they realized it or not. Like, some of them, like, Marianne knows that she survived him, but you have all these, like, passers-by that, like, didn't know at the time that they were, like, interacting with a serial killer.
What's her face? The little girl.
Jenna Ortega.
Jenna Ortega.
Her name was Ellie, yes.
Ellie.
The
Yes.
kid from season 1.
Yes.
Like, loves friends, loves family. I mean, loves family kind of knows a little bit. But, like, I want all of those people to come back, at least just to get their reactions, whether he, like, ends up going on this spree or, like, he gets taken down, whatever ends up happening in last season. I need to at least see, like, a montage of everyone getting, like...
I'm excited. I think that they are telling us over and over and over again that this man is bad, and we still find this spot in our hearts for him. And I think season 5 is going to, like... They can't keep making him the good guy, because he's a very terrible person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, most people watching the show have something that, like, Joe doesn't have, like, humanity. Like, because, like, we see, like, little things he does, and, like, or, like, oh, maybe he can be, but he just does the same thing. Like, his mind is always going to be.
Right.
But I also would like to see more of Joe's childhood. Like, we saw a little bit of it in season 1, was it? I don't know.
It was the first 3 seasons. Because in
They
season 1, they flash back to when he's, like, a teen and he's working at the bookstore.
the teen scene.
Season 2, they
Yeah.
flash back to his relationship with his mom.
Right, and then he's an orphan.
And then season 3, he's, like, in that orphanage. So, like, it shows his, like, fucked up relationship with different authority figures. So, like, the guy who owned the bookstore was the original owner of that cage for books, but he punishes Joe by locking him in there.
Right.
Then in season 2, like, he sees his mom being abused by his dad or maybe her boyfriend. I don't remember exactly. And then he sees the nurse, I think, or the counselor at his school or orphanage, and he just wants to protect her.
The teacher,
Yeah, so he has, there's, like, a lot about, like, his, like, childhood that's definitely impacted him.
And how he sees women and how he feels like they need to be treated, and, like, the best way to do that is to protect them, to be this type of guy that, like, is their knight in shining armor. But we all know that's not what they need. Like, we all know that.
Yeah, and then it's, like, the combination of that and him needing love himself because his mom got, like, there's a scene in, I guess, season 3 where he runs into his mom who has another kid at that point, but she didn't keep him. So I think there's a lot of places he's trying to fill a void. but to that other point, yeah, trying to
Men need
Look
mental health care.
go to therapy.
Go to therapy. But do we think? No, I don't remember. It's season 1 has been so far away from me. But was Beck the first?
No, it was the redhead.
It was the redhead. Okay,
Yeah, but she wasn't.
Then she comes back,
dead
and
yet.
then what's her face kills
Yeah.
her.
Okay.
kills
Yes.
her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh God, so
They
much
kill
happens
the
on this
sister
show.
of Jenna Ortega. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy shit.
I like it. I think it's a good show. I think that it's well written, and I feel like my man Penn, he's got.
I love
good.
Penn Badgley. I feel like he's funny. He's totally different from the character he plays. Like a Gossip Girl too. I didn't expect him to be like who he is, and because he does like the podcast and stuff.
Yeah, I enjoy him like from listening to his podcasts, his TikToks, his general sense of like he has that mentality of like, why do we romanticize Joe? Like,
Yeah,
why do
he's
some
like
people,
totally against.
Yeah,
Joe.
and like I think
like,
that's
what
a
are
play
you
on.
saying?
I'm sure it's semi-intentional of like the romanticization of actual serial killers and stuff, and I'm sure they'll make a point about that in season 5 and see where
I
that
hope they
goes.
make a documentary about Joe in the show.
Ooh,
That is a really good point. I never really thought about it that way. Like the way that we romanticize serial killers and like, oh, he was this way and he did this and he like, yeah, that's a really good point. I've never really thought about it that way.
Yeah.
Spoiler
There's this,
alert for Spree incoming.
movie that Brie and I watched called Spree.
Oh no,
Which was-
that fucked me up.
I'm just gonna try to do like the 20-second like recap. It's about an rideshare driver who wants to get internet famous and no one's giving him attention. He figures out the best way to do that is to murder his passengers, and he's doing it over live stream. By the end of it, he dies and like
sick.
he gets caught.
Okay.
I don't recommend watching it. It's
graphic.
very. I'm spoiling it. I'll put a spoiler warning before this, but he dies and obviously is caught for his murders. But like, there's a whole online community that keeps it. Then now he's famous. Now he's beloved by this really
Right.
weird niche group of people that does put
Yeah.
those people on a pedestal. And that
Yeah.
movie was insane, made me really uncomfortable. It was supposed to, but like, I think that's another
Right.
example of like, again, that kind of message
Yeah,
of like, why
yeah.
do people
Right.
hype up terrible people?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's that movie with bleep this out if you have to, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Bleep this out.
That called Night Stalker, and it's
Yeah,
kind of
I've
the
watched
same.
that.
It's the same vibes. I like that movie a lot too because it's like, why are we like this?
Yeah. And I'd be remiss, I don't want to say anything specific about Barry, but
Oh yeah, Barry.
highly recommend that if
I
you like
know.
this show.
I
And it's
know.
dark and it definitely
Turn it on.
Yeah. It's so good.
Put it on
and
the list.
I think we talked about it in depth obviously on this podcast, but 4 seasons, like chef's kiss, perfect show. Like it wraps it
I
up
like
in
that. You know,
great way.
I'm a sucker.
Yes. Can we talk about Kate more?
Yes.
I feel like again, when you go from like Love and even Marianne, like you have these people that are so beloved by the audience, like how do you top that? And I think Love is such a specific character that you can't compare directly to. But I really liked Kate. Like
Yeah.
Too.
I think she had such like a unique personality. I mean, that's what you gotta do. You gotta differentiate. Like Beck isn't Love, isn't Marianne, isn't Kate, isn't what's his name? Reese isn't
Reese.
Joe. You know, like they're all very different characters, and we can talk more about like the whole Reese of it all and that plot line. But it was really interesting to watch him like technically not like stalking or going after a woman for a majority of the season.
Yeah.
But then his primary love interest, I really liked her. And again, similarly to rooting for him, I actively start rooting for him in these women, even though when I went
You know
into it,
how
I knew
toxic it
how
is,
the
yeah.
other relationships ended, but I'm like, but I know that I don't want this for her, but
I do.
they give chemistry, they give like a really special bond, like he goes about it in the worst ways, but he's very protective of her and all this stuff, and it's insane to the same
Yeah.
vein of what we were just saying, the way it's like wrong, he's a bad character, it's fictional, yada yada, but I'm still being pulled.
Yeah, I think that I really liked Kate. I think that I did not like Marianne, and I think that that was purposeful. I think they did that on purpose because she was the one that was ruining this. She was not the one, obviously, but in his eyes, she's the one that's ruining his relationship with Love. Like, she's the one that's, like, leading him on and doing all these things, whatever. And, like, that, because that's how he's portraying her, that's the way that I feel about her. Not really, but you know what I mean. And so I never really liked her. I was like, just get out of here and let him live his life. Like, you're not supposed to be in his life. But the whole reason that he goes to, where does he go? France?
Yeah.
Is to find her, and then that's how he winds up in London, right?
Yeah.
Marianne was acting down.
Yeah, Marianne, the episode where they go back in, like, time to, like, catch us up to how Marianne got in the box was, like, one of my favorite episodes of the season.
The scene of her just in the box, like, that was a great scene. Like, I don't know, like, I was, like, finally, I don't know, I was actually interested in, because since we took such a long break, I was like, ugh, we have to start this again, but that kind of just pulled me back in. I don't know.
Yeah, Tati Gabriel is amazing.
Very talented.
Hot.
And then the big, like, twist, which I also thought was really well done, was that you think she dies, you think she overdoses because she thinks she lost her daughter, and, like, I believed every single thing, but then you find out that, like, they planted the phone, they planted that conversation, they gave her pills to stop her heart for a little bit, and I was, like, gonna be pissed. Like, I was pissed when I thought she was dead, and I was pissed when I thought she might have accidentally ended up dead anyway.
Yeah.
But that was really good. Like, that's TV.
And they knew, like, the psychology behind Joe and what he would have done with her. You know what I mean? Like, they knew that he would put her on a bench or whatever, not, like, absolutely kill her. And I think, like, these are parallels to the love situation where she kills him, but then he kills her, and, like, back and forth. So I think that, like, obviously Marianne's gonna come back next season, which I'm excited for, and I think, like you said, like, her in the box and, like, all those things, like, made me not made me realize, but it just brings me back into the moment, like, yes, like, fuck this guy. So
that damn box.
we are just want to let everyone know we are feminists, and we do love women, I promise.
No, they're, like, the highlight. That's what I was saying. Like,
Wait, my favorite's Marianne and Love.
Yeah, like, I loved Kate so much this season. I loved
I
fucking
love Kate. I love Phoebe.
Love her. Like,
Good for her.
and I think to the point, this is a show about Joe, and Penn Badgley knocks it out of the park, but I feel like people have, like, controversial opinions, but I also really like Beck and Peach from season 1. Like,
Beck, yeah.
even if they're portrayed as the villains in Joe's eyes, or just, like, the characters that lose, like, they're so interesting. Like, I feel like I went back and forth with Peach because I was like, you're really trying to ruin this for Joe, as if, like, she shouldn't be. Like, she's right. Yeah. But then, like, her obsession with Beck also was a little obsessive, but that's fun to watch.
Yeah.
Even when they're being, like, problematic characters, everyone gives. It's so fun.
Yeah, I mean, like, Love is just as bad as Joe.
If not,
like,
worse at some point.
A lot of ways. But, like, I loved that story. Like, when Love, like, is like, I'm just as good, like, I was like, because Beck was just a good girl, like,
a good
person, good girl. And Love was just the same, and their dynamic was, and I was rooting for them weirdly, but, like, also, I felt sad for, like, Love at times.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because she also just wanted to be loved. I mean, she had the whole situation with her first husband.
Yeah.
And stuff. And obviously none of this was handled the way you're supposed to handle these things.
Go to therapy.
But it's all, like, grounded in issues anyone can relate to at some point or another. And her relationship with her brother, as, like,
40.
kind of weird as it was, but 40, it was also very fun. That episode where 40 gets him, like, drugged, and he's trying to accomplish something, and you're like, that's one of those moments you're rooting for him. You're like, I want him to make it out of this. I want him to, like, get out clean, like, no one will know. But then he ends up on drugs and everything's going wrong, and you're like, this sucks. Like, it's so anxiety inducing, even though you're like, well, he should should get caught. But what fun would that be?
I have to rewatch this show.
So
much
Love,
great.
like, sleeps. She doesn't. He's not underage, but, like,
He's young.
he's like 18, right?
Yeah, he's, like, in college.
Okay.
I don't remember what year,
That
but
was,
he's in
you know,
college.
I love a MILF. So...
Wait, Love and
The neighbor boy.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Natalie, is that her name? I feel like that's her name. The mom, the stepmom.
The stepmom.
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh, and then I forgot.
There's so
all
many
of
characters.
this. And then the dad of the guy is, like, a tech bro and has, like, camera. I remember. It's all coming back to me.
It's, like, simultaneously, like, rooting for those characters, but also rooting against them, because you're like, well, Joe can't get caught, but I'm also like, yes, find out who killed your wife, even though she was having an affair. Like, it was crazy.
The emotions this show makes me feel, like, because sometimes I'm literally rooting for Joe.
Yeah.
That's
And like
embarrassing.
the
Which is, like,
relationship between
huh?
I
that
know, same.
the relationship between that like father-son, like
Yeah.
he's like neglecting his son, but he's onto something. Like he's realistically like he's having a hyperfixation. In most cases you'd be like, Dad, she's dead, like let it go.
Right.
But as a viewer you're like, no, he's right. He knows that this
Right.
wasn't just like a random thing that happened that they blamed on whoever at the time.
Yeah. Crazy
I know,
stuff.
it's fun.
It's
It's
fun.
fun.
It's a very fun show.
Yeah.
But also,
And I feel like it took me a second this season. I think it was a lot of like, there was so much going on with like a bunch of other characters. And me personally, I only really cared about like a couple of them.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think they focus on the ones that they want us to care about also.
Yeah.
So I
like
think that's-
Phoebe and Kate and I guess
Yeah.
Adam. But
They're
I
also
guess,
already harder characters to care about because they're like filthy rich.
Yeah, they're
privileged,
awful.
Like,
except for Phoebe.
but
and Kate.
Phoebe,
Ugh.
but like, yeah. Oh, what's his
Yeah.
name?
Which one?
Phoebe's husband.
Adam.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
What about the guy that wants Kate? What's his name?
Oh my god.
Roald.
Roll.
Yeah, there's rich bitches. Eat the rich. No, they were onto something. When I was reading the recap,
the
there was like
rich
a really
killer.
good point
Unless we're the rich, then.
where Joe thinks that
Unless we're the
he's
rich.
the killer because he loves Kate. Like her boyfriend cheats on him, ends up dead. The art guy at the beginning ends up dead after threatening Kate.
Yeah.
And then she makes a comment about that rich blonde bitch that wasn't Phoebe that ends up dead.
Gemma.
Upstairs.
Yeah, she said something negative about her to Joe. And in Joe's head, he's like, all these people are dying because Roald likes Kate and these people are being mean to Kate. But now we know at the end that that's probably subliminally why Joe was killing all these people
Right.
because they were
Didn't
they were
think about
eat the
that.
rich, they were being mean to Kate.
Yeah, and he loves Kate.
Yeah, even though he was denying it for a while, which I was like, I'm giving him credit. He was not hyperfixating. I mean, in ways
Hello,
we know he was,
you.
but like
He was just so hyperfixated on Reese,
Reese.
that he couldn't really focus on Kate. And then, yeah, it's rough. It's rough out here.
I'm trying to think of other big things. I was reminded of the murder mystery party, which
Yeah.
that's rich people shit, but also fuck
That
yeah, we
hit.
should
We
probably
should
do
do
that.
But that was cool.
And hopefully it doesn't end up the same way.
Well, in this economy,
The fire were rolled and
that
fucking
means
Joe.
Joe set the fire.
It's crazy.
Yeah, when I'm thinking
About
back on all
the
this, and
things,
it's really
right,
Joe, I'm like,
and I think it was really well done. I think
Yeah.
it was really well
I
done.
kind of, I can't rewatch this show right now, but I want to rewatch it and know
Yeah.
that Joe did everything.
Right.
Ugh.
I know, same with all the little hints and stuff.
Yeah.
Also, another like great character. We've already kind of mentioned her, Nadia. I thought she was
Yes.
really like enjoyable to watch, and then like a lot of it was Marianne's prior knowledge, but she was able to help them crack find Marianne, but then help her execute that plan to get him out. Crazy.
The fact that she's sitting in prison.
Yeah,
What
that's
the
awful. See,
fuck?
her and fucking John Stamos need vindication.
Stamos!
If they don't bring back John Stamos for the end of this, then what the fuck are we doing here?
John Stamos.
Yeah, that's a silly guy.
God.
But he was a fucking creep too. Like they all suck. Everyone sucks.
Yeah, he did
Men
suck.
The little boy needs to come back.
Yeah.
He's a real one.
He is a real one. And Jenna.
Yeah, but see, in that case, these are one of the reasons why you root for Joe's. The reason why he killed in front of that kid was because of that abusive boyfriend.
No, they
So
give
it's
you
like,
little things.
Joe
but
has
it's like,
values.
Hold on. He has family
Joe
values.
has morals.
Yep.
Kidding. Jokes.
Jokes.
This is a feminist podcast. We support
This
women's
is a
rights
feminist
and women's wrongs.
Exactly.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
this is it for the U podcast.
What?
Kills all of you.
What else? What else? So much.
Season 1. What was your favorite season? Can I ask you that, or is that a later?
Yeah, you can ask that. We're kind of transitioning into that section anyway.
Yeah.
They're also different. Like we've
I
said
know.
this, and they're also good in their own ways. Like there's things I did really like about I loved how unique the season was in comparison to the others, and I did just watch them all. There's something when I think about season 1 that just feels like so quintessential, like you, even though I just started. That just felt classic, and like the bookstore.
Yeah.
And that's something about this season is they alluded he bought a bookstore because the owner died. And do we think
better-
it's that book?
it
Because they're in
better
New
be
York.
the-
They're in New York.
I hope they go back to where they started.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think season 5 has like so much potential to like really just be. I think they got to bring back Catherine Gallagher and
Yeah.
that dynamic because like Peach isn't there, Beck isn't there, but now they're back in New York, which I guess hold on to ground in season 4. That ending, crazy. I will come back to we can talk about our favorite season, but we already kind of said this. Kate being on his side now, he shaved his beard and he's Joe Goldberg again. And Marianne is just out there. He doesn't know that, though, so let's get bite him in the ass.
They better not fuck it up, but also pay the writers.
Yeah, pay the writers.
It's not coming back.
Because they're coming up with it. No, AI's not coming up with this Joe Goldberg
AI's
nonsense every month or every season. But that ending I thought was so... I was like, how's it going to end? And then he... Trigger warning about suicide.
Oh, yeah.
He tries to end his life, and that... You don't just... do that, and like he has this moment of regret, but that's everyone. Like that wasn't just him for show.
But he's
like
mentally ill. Like
yes.
he is mentally ill.
I thought he was literally gonna be dead. I didn't know how they were gonna keep going.
Yeah.
I thought someone was gonna take over or something.
I saw something that I thought was a spoiler, but I think I was just misunderstanding the spoiler. I saw something about there being like 2 Joes. I was like, oh my god, are they gonna pull some fucking twin storyline? And so this whole time I'm thinking, I'm like, there's gonna be a second Joe. And when he was talking to Mary Ann, but in that disassociative state, he's like, I'm not Joe. Joe's coming. And I was like, so I was like, oh, I already know that he has a twin, but I'm really happy that that's not what they
his
did.
shadow
I'm
self.
happy that that's not what they did because I hate when
of
some
course.
shows do that. And I'm glad that I wasn't spoiled. So
Yes, I'm happy.
I got
for
to
you.
enjoy.
I'm
all
surprised I
the
wasn't
jumps.
spoiled. I thought more people
Yeah,
would be
especially because
talking
it took
about
us a while.
I'm banned from Twitter, so
I'm banned
That'll
from
do.
that issue from X.
Yeah, I'm really pumped based on the ending for the rest of whatever's gonna fucking. I think they set it up for a really cool last season,
yeah.
and I hope Kate,
pay
to
them
your
writers.
point, takes him down. And yeah, we got to pay these
And
writers.
pay the writers,
So
or we aren't getting it.
Yeah.
My favorite season.
Are we?
What's this separate?
Season. Yeah, I like 1 and I like 2.
God.
I think I'm going with 2.
Yeah.
Oh, but when she opens the bakery in season 3?
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
I like
they're
1 and
all
3.
good.
I think,
Yeah. I like all of them.
but I like all of them
Don't
in one way or
know.
another.
Hmm.
Well, this was nice.
I don't know. I like them all.
Yeah.
I like 1, 2, and 3. But also 4.
But also 4.
I got a tier rank though. I got a tier list. God tier, mid,
Mid.
That's funny.
bottom tier.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all good. And they all speak for themselves.
And they all feel very different to
But
me. I
also
mean, like,
they have
also, like,
parallels.
they collab, but, like, they're very
Collab.
different. Like,
Yeah.
I can, if I think of a scene, I know what it's from. Like, I know what
Yeah.
season it's from because of the mood.
Yeah. I have a question. We don't know what Joe said to Phoebe.
Yes, I was thinking
I
about that. I
know.
was thinking about that.
That's called a MacGuffin, and we never found
MacGuffin.
out what it was.
What's a MacGuffin?
A MacGuffin is when there's something that everyone cares about, but you don't know what it is. So Phoebe constantly mentioning what Joe said to her, and we don't know what it is. It's not that really important to the storyline, and you still, by the end of it, don't know what that is. Poker Face just did this. Which
Do you think
we
they'll
can
give
talk
it to
about.
us in a different season? Or
I don't know. I kept wondering if it would be important later, but we never found out.
Yeah.
So, and I saw an article say that, so I was like, okay, good. I didn't just miss something.
Yeah.
But I'm like, well, that's just for fun. What do we think he told
I
her?
don't know. And I have a feeling, like, Phoebe won't be back. And
No,
what?
she's
She's
at peace.
thriving and she's at peace. Like,
Good for her.
I know. I was just about to say, like, that's what made me think of this. How are we with
Yeah, I don't
how
know.
everything ended for everyone else? But all I really cared about was Phoebe.
I know. The only character at
When
the
they
end was
revealed that
Phoebe.
Adam was dead, that was insane. I was like, I'm not upset, but I'm also like, that just happened so fast.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know what he said, but I would like to know.
He said,
He said,
"You're a whore.
You're serving cunt.
You're serving cunts."
You're a serving cunt.
I just wish that so many of those rich people weren't, I guess, still thriving, but I guess he couldn't kill them all, or that would get really sus.
They just-
He already got away with so much.
Yeah,
He's
that's
already.
true.
Okay. Well, are we ready?
I guess so.
For epic Heisen.
Loves of you.
Oh, shoot. Take that to the recording studio.
Can you remind me what that means?
Well, Bree will tell you.
Oh, sorry.
So,
You better hurry up.
bitch. Who's your favorite character?
Of all 4 seasons?
I guess we could do this season and all.
Season 4, my favorite character is you.
Shut the
Me?
fuck up.
My favorite character of season 4. Come back to me.
Okay, I would say Phoebe. That's my girl. I'd stand up for that bitch. And I was I already kind of said this about like her ending, but I'm happy that she's happy. But I thought it was interesting that we didn't like see her reaction to Adam dying. I feel like there was like a chunk where I'm like, we should have had one more scene with her before the end. Anyway, just a Phoebe stan over here. And then of all time, um 40. No, I'm just kidding. Sometimes I was like, that's the funniest character on the show, so I wanted to beat him up. I was
he
like,
was
shut
very up and down.
up. I'm like literally thinking through all the seasons. That couple from season 3.
The swinger couple?
Yeah, that was
I loved
at the
them.
beginning so annoying, but then by the end,
Yeah.
I was like, when I thought they were gonna die, I was pissed. They really pulled me there at the end.
Yeah.
They were so funny.
My favorite character.
And Love and Beck and Marianne.
Yeah. My favorite character of
All the
season 4 was probably the guy that died. His ear comes off. His sister. Can't remember her name, but she's so silly. She's so
rich one?
slay. Yeah.
She's so slay.
She's so slay.
Wait, who?
The guy, the artist.
The artist.
The artists. You know the artist that loses the ear?
Oh, yeah.
His sister.
Oh, okay.
I should know her name if she's my favorite character, but
If
she's
she's
so
your-
slay.
But she slayed.
Yeah. And then of all time, I love some love.
Yeah.
I love the blind guy that takes the baby.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. That's it.
My season 4, either Phoebe or Marianne. All time, Love and
That's a bad bitch.
Love. Like, I know Love's a bad,
That's the point.
but she's a bad bitch.
But if we can love Joe and we can love without an issue.
I'm trying to think who else. I like the little boy.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I liked Ellie. I don't remember the boy's name. It was so long ago.
It starts with a P. I don't know.
Whoa.
No, whoa. Okay, but yeah. And I liked, I don't know. There's so many freaking characters.
I liked Love's friends that got married in season 2. One of them is married to Ryan Bagara.
Oh.
Love her. Her name is Marielle or something like that. There's been a lot. Like I enjoy all the little like communities like in each season, and that's why I'm super excited because that would be such a missed opportunity to not bring all the survivors. Even they did the Ghost. We didn't even talk about Ghost Beck and Ghost Love. Like that was so fun, and that was. I mean, they didn't hide it. They showed her in the preview, but
they didn't allude to her being a ghost. So
right.
That was cool.
It would have been cool if she was actually alive. I feel like they left it open where she could have been, but I guess nothing's over till it's over. But that was really cool, and it'd be cool to see them bring like, because they're like I said, Peach and other characters that are dead, like to have them have a moment too, even if it's not real, like they did this season.
Yeah.
Peach.
We'll see. There's so much room for opportunity.
They better slay it. They have so many good opportunities.
Yeah, I think
They have a
they'll
lot
do
to
it.
work with.
Yeah, as long as Penn's there, I trust them.
Okay, least favorite.
I want to start with this one. I don't think I have a least favorite character because I think they all add something to the plot, and they all, even if it's a bad guy, like I think they add something to the plot and they add something to the storyline, and they're funny or they're silly or whatever it is. So I don't have a least favorite character.
Yeah.
Adam.
Yeah.
I know he just started really get me at the end.
Yeah,
was
I didn't like
fuck
Adam
that.
at all. Like,
But I agree with your point.
Marianne's ex.
Yeah, Scott Michael Foster.
Fuck
Love
that
him, but his fucking character sucked.
Yeah. But then he's dead, so
Yeah, problem
cheers.
solved.
So cheers. Brahma.
I agree. I don't know. I don't know.
Because they
All like kind of like, I mean, many of them
Right.
piss me off sometimes.
Right.
But like,
the thing is, the villain in this story is
it's
Joe.
Joe, but I don't like. I wouldn't consider him my least favorite
No,
character
me neither.
because he brings so much to the.
But I also wouldn't say that he's my favorite
Plot.
character because, like, he sucks.
Yeah,
But,
he really pissed me off at the end of this season.
yeah.
Like
Yeah, just when you're like
it was
oh,
so cruel. Like it was like beyond cruel.
that poor guy.
I know the guy, and then the
Edward?
girl being in jail forever. Like really got me.
They're gonna vindicate her. I know it.
Yeah, they have to.
Her and
John Stamos.
John
John Stamos.
That's funny.
Okay. Favorite scene. I woof you.
Oh my god. When I said this to Brie after I watched it, I knew that scene from like screen caps and stuff. But when I watched it in the moment, it's so less cringe. Like it's still cringy, but it's so much less cringy because in the moment they're
They're
talking
both-
about like the way that like love has been warped for them, or like we need something different so we can so it'll mean something to us.
Yeah.
And then like say it, and the way they say it, I think when you read something, it's hurt. You hear it in your head a certain way, but when they said, it, I'm like, oh, that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Woof you.
I think my favorite scene is probably the scene where Love kills Jenna Ortega's sister.
The reveal.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
That's good. I wish I didn't know
And
that.
the ex.
Yeah.
I like that scene.
I wish I didn't know that going into it. Like, I just got into it too late. Like, that's on me.
Yeah.
But,
What about you guys?
favorite scene. I really liked I kind of already said this, the Marianne switcheroo, where they thought she was dead, but she wasn't. That was really good this season. I liked a lot of the
He's looking at
Love and Joe stuff. I wish I thought about this more.
I know. I came up with like least, but I didn't come up with favorite because
I have a
so
least
much happens.
favorite too. I think there's just a lot of fun stuff. I think the show's like a really like good sense of humor through Joe's monologues too. That I'm not gonna be able to come up with
Yeah.
tiny things, but there's so many things that when he says it in the monologue that crack me.
Yeah, like
up.
you literally laugh. Like,
Yeah, I'm like that's why I like Joe. He's pretty funny.
That's why you keep me around.
I like love, like when you find out love is like crazy. Like that was
when she kills Natalie
So-
down the stairs, or is chasing her boyfriend.
I have to rewatch.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
Or where they're trying to have an orgy. LOL.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that was insane. Hakuna Matata.
That was so funny.
So funny.
Yeah. No, the show has such a good balance of like humor, but drama, but romance, even if it's a little twisted. Like it has so much
Yeah.
that every scene you're kind of like, wow,
Yeah. And
something's going on.
comedy.
Yeah.
It's like light. Obviously, it's not light, but it's not. And I love shows like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't get enough.
Can't get enough. A least favorite?
My least favorite. There's definitely more, but there was something that really grinded my gears. Even though I said she was one of my favorites, that the influencer from season 3. When she has like a birthday party for the twins and Love brings like cupcakes or something like that. I can't remember what the exact thing was, but it was like it was their birthday party. Love was tasked with bringing dessert, and she gave the dessert to the kids, and the mom got so pissed at her, and she's
Yeah.
like, either my kids can't have sugar or they can't have like whatever the reason was, and Love looked so sad. I was like, kill her.
Wait, when they're anti-vaxxers?
Yeah,
remember they're
that's it too.
anti-vaxxers, and then he gets like sick, and the baby gets sick. Ugh.
Oh, and then they kill that guy.
Yeah,
Don't
Love
they?
said fuck anti-vax.
I forgot about that storyline with that other like family. Whoa, and they frame him.
Yeah.
Oh my god, all the framings.
Yeah. Classic. What about you?
I didn't like when they showed the chopping up of that body in
Ooh,
season
Ooh yeah,
4.
and Up is playing, or some Cardi B song is playing.
Yeah, I didn't like when Love died.
I think it's the first guy.
Yeah, the first one. They're chopping him
Malcolm.
up. They're
Turn it
chopping
up.
him up. I didn't like when Love died. And I didn't like when Marianne was sad, even though she was acting down. She was acting so well that like it made me physically ill. Like I was so sad for her because she lost her custody or something.
Right.
I don't know. I was like, God, I hate this, but it's because she was acting down.
Yeah. Well, this was nice.
Did you say your
Let
list?
Brie host.
I did.
You did?
This is nice. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, unseriesous scale. 10 being the least or the most unserious.
All right. Well, this was nice.
What was it?
I think
I'd give it
like a 4, 5.
10 is unserious.
Yeah.
I'd give it like a 4.
Yeah, it's more serious than it is funny, but it's still
It's silly goose.
Yeah, but it's like right there on the edge of being
like 4.5.
Yeah, I agree. Because it has its silly little moments.
It does.
Yeah. The orgy?
The orgy.
I literally forgot about that. They did go to couples therapy for a hot minute
I
there.
never forget about an orgy. Don't you worry.
All right, and would you recommend?
I would.
I would.
I would.
Yeah. You have to be... This maybe isn't the show for everyone, but it's a good show. If
I
that's
want to
what you're into.
recommend it to my mom.
You would
Yeah.
or would not?
Would not, because my mom likes sunshine and rainbows.
Oh. My mom watches it. She likes it.
Yes.
But my mom also had me watching Law and Order SVU at the age of 15. So
Respect. Let's get her on.
she
Wow.
would.
It should just be you and your mom, not
What's
even
that
us.
vampire show from like 2008?
True Blood?
Yes,
True
she
Blood.
loved. I remember she used to talk about True Blood all the time.
Shall we watch?
My mom used to watch like that stuff, like Cold Case, because I mean I was scarred by it.
God.
Yep, me too.
But she's like switched to not liking that stuff.
Yeah,
But
adds up.
adds up. And yeah,
So time for our last segment.
it's time for
Game night with Megan and Brie and Julia.
and Julia.
So we decided to play a little game to find out who is you. Who am I? But who is you?
Who is you? Who is I?
You're trying to find out you. I'm you.
Okay.
And I have a couple fictional characters
Okay.
in my head, obviously one at a time.
From the show?
Not from the show.
Oh,
from
shit.
other
Oh,
shows.
Shit. Hold on, that changes the game. Okay.
So we're gonna play 20 questions. I think we should take turns. So I guess you'll technically each get 10, but you're playing together.
Every other.
Okay.
Yes. And they are different fictional characters. Again, one at a time. That's the only
And they're
thing I
yes
give
or
you.
no questions.
Yes or no questions.
Okay, can I begin?
Begin.
Is it a man?
I have to decide which one I'm doing first.
Yeah.
Yes. No. No, it is not a man. Sorry. I blacked out for a second.
Okay. Joe.
It is not a man.
Okay.
I now have the character fully in my head. I had all three of them in my head.
Okay. So I ask.
Yes.
Are you keeping count?
I think you guys need to keep count.
Okay.
Do they have magical powers?
No.
Is this a show that all three of us have watched?
See, that was something I struggled with to try to find 3 that we all have watched
But I know
in
of.
capacity. Exactly. We have all watched at least some of this show. Some of us have watched more of it than others.
Okay. I think that's a subtweet at me.
Okay.
Because I only watch the L Word and that's it. So that's embarrassing.
That's all you want. Okay. Oh, my bones hurt, y'all. No bones day.
That sucks.
That sucks. Is this character nice or mean?
Well, they're yes or no
It's a yes or no
questions.
question.
Is this character nice?
That's so vague. You gotta get your shit together over there.
Not really. I'll try to be a little.
I'm dying.
That's not really how you're supposed to answer, but not technically.
I think that on 20 questions, yes, no, maybe. Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes is the answer.
Sometimes. So honestly, sometimes.
Often.
Is this a show from the last 5 years? has it come out in the last 5 years? Did it start? Did it end? Did it start or did it?
I think it might shit together.
In the last
did it
5
start?
years?
Did it end? Did it?
No.
Is it a teen drama?
Yeah.
I'm onto something.
A teen
What was that?
ish drama.
Okay.
Is it a dramedy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to give emotion into my answers to try to give you leeway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Do they have brown hair?
Brianna, you're getting way too specific way too soon.
No.
Okay.
Does someone die in this show?
Yeah.
Someone dies in the show? Okay, wait. Are they in a beach town?
No.
Oh, okay. That eliminates some shit.
It does.
It does.
If
If it's a
is it oh, it's a dramedy. Would you put PLL under dramedy?
yeah.
Is it someone from Pretty Little Liars?
No.
Oh, fuck. Way too specific, way too soon.
It's,
We're on question number 6, so get your shit together. Can we discuss?
Yeah.
Okay. Teen dramedy.
teen dramedy. Someone died. It's a girl.
It did not start in the last 5 years. It's a girl with not brown hair.
With not brown
not
hair.
in a beach town.
Not in a beach town.
And we've all at least seen some of it. What about Friends? How does Friends make you feel?
No.
What about
dramedy.
You said residential.
Teenagers.
teen dramedy? I guess, yeah. I've never seen a single TV show a day in my life.
This is hard.
Sorry, I just kind of shivered.
We've all seen part of it.
But you guys have probably watched it. Is it from that show? I haven't seen that show. The one that you like with the basketball? Nathan?
Country Hill. That's a beach town.
See, she asked.
It
Yeah,
is?
see,
She asked
that
a good
eliminates
question.
the OC. Dawson's Creek.
I haven't seen any of those, though.
I know.
But she eliminated shows.
Yeah, but so did my question.
I don't know what you watch over there. I don't know what you're into.
This is hard.
We need a timer.
Yeah.
I know, you need to start, like,
Is
detonating.
this a show that you would...
It's my question.
Well, then ask one. Sorry.
You're on the same team. You're on the same team.
We start beating each other up.
I'm Akinator, or you guys might be Akinator.
Is the
Trying to get you to guess.
character a teenager?
No.
Okay.
Good question.
Is,
Really, all your questions are just kidding. Just giving Brie a lot of shade over there.
This was nice. Is this character a mother?
Yeah, actually.
Oh, she's a mother.
Oh, but that doesn't mean it's her main role.
I think I know who it is.
I think I know who it is.
Okay, you have to ask.
Oh.
Can I ask?
Yeah.
It's your turn, right?
I think so. How many questions do we have left?
I think we have like 3 left each.
Okay. I need to ask another question.
Yeah.
Do they sing on this show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do they sing a lot on this show?
Yes.
I'm just gonna guess.
Yeah, do it.
I'm feeling confident.
Me too.
You have to ask it in the form of a question, though.
Is the character you're thinking of Sue Sylvester?
It's one Sue Sylvester.
One Sue
As soon as you
Sylvester.
said yeah, technically, I was like,
I said blonde.
yeah.
She's a mother. I said she's a mother,
not
so I
very
thought
nice.
of Glee. We've all seen that.
Is she nice? Not technically.
Wait, iconic.
Good.
that
Good
was
job.
fun.
That was good.
Would you like to go on to the next one?
Yes,
That was kind of fun, even though I was gonna kill Julia halfway.
Starting clean. Brie, you can ask first this time.
Okay.
High five. I never thought we were gonna get there.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, please ask away. Just stares at me.
The way I'm looking. Okay, girl, is it a girl?
Yes.
That was weird.
Is it a girl?
Yeah.
Is it a person?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. It could be.
An animal.
Yeah.
All my weird answers will make sense at the end, like how they did in Glee. But yes,
Okay.
a woman or a girl.
A
And
lady.
yes,
Woman alive.
a person.
Okay.
Do they have a full-time job?
That's a good question. No, that's a good question.
I can't wait for you to know who this is so you can understand why I'm struggling with this answer. I'll say no.
Okay.
Do they live in Indiana?
No.
Good answer. Good question. Have we? Oh wait. Yeah.
I think we all have at least seen a little bit of it.
Okay. Are they supernatural?
No.
Okay.
It's a girly pop.
It's a girly
That is
pop.
not supernatural. That does not live in Indiana. That technically doesn't have a full-time job.
Unemployed.
Is she an adult?
No. Not in which I'm thinking about it.
Not in which something.
Not the whole time. I'll be a little
Okay.
sneaky.
Okay.
What's a show with an age gap? An age jump?
If shows last a long time, they grow.
Yeah, they do
That's
grow.
simple.
What about like a Grey's Anatomy situation? What about... It's your question.
Do they lie?
What is wrong with you?
I mean, yeah, I guess, probably.
Exactly.
Yeah, they lie.
Is this a Dick Wolf show?
No. You guys, are they from Indiana? I don't want to hear anything from you.
Well, Indiana is Parks and Rec.
That's true, and Stranger Things.
Okay,
So boom,
whatever.
boom.
Okay.
Out of here. The middle, out of here.
The middle.
Wait,
Turn
why
that
does
on.
these shows take place in Indiana? Anyways, okay, let's brainstorm. So, they don't live in Indiana. It's a woman who started off as a kid and is now a woman. And they kind of have a job, but not really.
They kind of have a job.
As soon as we get it, we're going to be like, ah, yes.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. What else do I ask? Do you...
Ask if it's funny.
Save it for your question.
Well, waste one.
For our next activity on you.
Oh, my hands. That was a
Murder.
wrong team. Ask a question. We're running out of time.
Do they...
Lie.
Do they fucking lie?
Yes, they do.
Are they in a relationship?
Sometimes.
Fucking God, how fucking...
Is it funny?
Primarily, no.
I think it's crazy.
You think?
No, but who?
But who was a kid?
Yeah, who
They
was
all
a kid?
started off
Yeah.
adults.
I mean, Lexi was like 12.
Lexi!
But she was working at hospital.
Lexi
Oh,
was
job,
probably...
Christian,
Lexi was
job.
fucking putting in the
That's
work.
what I meant. I don't think you can be 12 and work at hospitals. That's the point I was making.
Okay, so it's not Grey's
And
Anatomy.
date Mark Sloan.
Next. and grandpa.
Grandpappy.
Happy.
Okay.
Oh, no, never
Don't
mind.
touch me.
I was thinking about The Last of Us.
Oh.
Ellie? Is
But...
that her name? Their name?
Yeah, but...
She lies.
You
Does
lie.
not live in Indiana.
You lie like Papa. That eliminates 11.
11 11 never lies.
Hold on.
Is it?
All we've learned from this is it's definitely not 11. Indiana liar.
This is stressing me out. I'm getting hives over here.
You just gotta ask questions. It's like Hangman. You just gotta like just ask things
Until we
like
get hung.
to get like
Until we get
information.
Okay, it's your turn.
Have I seen more of this show than Julia?
Yes.
Slay.
But I know this name of the character. Yes?
Yes. Was that your question?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, wait. They do lie.
They're liars.
Start asking hair color.
Hold on. They're liars.
They're liars. They don't live in Indiana.
They don't really have a home.
They're young. They're young now, but they'll soon be old. They're sometimes in relationships, but not.
Can I just
all
say
the
something?
time.
I really have to pee, but I don't want to stop recording.
Bro.
No, I'm just thinking.
Can I
it's
tell
funny,
you something?
the speed at which I'm not saying rush. I'm also just laughing.
Don't worry, I got this.
You're gonna have to edit this down. Like
No,
crazy.
no.
No, I mean no. We just hit an hour. And
Yeah,
we're gonna
that's
cut
pretty
some
good for
a little
us.
Bit, so we're at a perfect little
It's your question.
range.
Do they like to go to the mall?
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Hey. Okay.
Hey.
I think it's Ellie. They went to that mall that one time. Remember?
You think it's Ellie?
I do.
I was just like clue if you guessed who it was, I could just shoot you down.
Wait,
or
that's
say yes.
true. Hold on, let's think about everything.
Not from Indiana. Lies.
Not from Indiana.
You need to hold this.
Is young but will be old.
She's not old yet, though. So in the show, at least.
I've seen more than you.
I've watched all of that actually, though. So
Okay, then
it's not Ellie. Name some shows. Just start naming some shows.
Like to ask or
No, just to
discuss?
talk about.
forgets every
Do you want
show.
to go to the bathroom while we pee? While we discuss?
Okay, yeah, you deliberate.
Okay. Everyone, we need to
Okay, name some
audience.
shows. It was on for a while. A show. Name 4 shows that. Don't look it up.
I'm not looking it up.
Cheater. Brianna's a liar.
I am a liar.
Who leaves us
I'm
up
trying
to our
think
own
of what
devices?
shows do you watch?
Well, I don't know what shows I don't watch because I don't watch them. What are some shows? Name a few shows that you and Megan have watched that have been on for a while, where someone started as a kid and is now an adult,
That
and I know
sends
the
me to the
name,
moon.
and I know the name of the character.
Zoe 101.
I watch Zoe 101. What about? I was thinking
iCarly.
like, but I've seen just as much of that as you have. Oh, that's a good point. iCarly. And she doesn't technically have a job. And she doesn't have... And I haven't watched the new show. And she's sometimes in a relationship.
Yeah.
And she doesn't live in Indiana.
And she doesn't live in Indiana.
And she lies.
And she's a liar. Wait,
All right.
This is not right.
No, it's not.
But I think we were onto something.
Is it Carly Shay?
So if I say yes or no, does it end?
Oh, wait.
No.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
But that counts as a question.
Yes.
Was this show on Nickelodeon?
No.
Was this show on while we were in high school?
Yeah.
Is it still on? Brianna?
Is it still on?
No.
Nate, just name some shows. You don't really watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine. You don't watch The Office.
But these are all old people. I watched The Office.
Oh.
These are all old people.
These are all old ass people.
What about Good Luck Charlie?
I think we're steering the wrong way.
You're going somewhere. I'm not saying it's a good direction. I'm not allowed to say.
What about... Okay, I think we should give up. Okay, hold on. Let's think about the facts. Does not live in Indiana. Lies.
Our facts are not good enough. It's not Carly Shay.
It's not Carly Shay. Started as a little baby, grew up into a woman. Technically doesn't have a full-time job, but works some sort of job.
I think that's throwing me off. Started as a little baby.
No, maybe not a little baby. Maybe like 14 or 15, like a teenager, and then grew up into a woman.
You're thinking.
Who doesn't work.
Kind of.
It's really gonna make sense, but sort of, but kind of. It's really hard when I can only say yes,
Is
yes or
the
no.
show animated?
What? Yes. Just the way you said it.
Okay. I was like, that's
not
Oh,
animated. Did I say yes?
Yes.
I
God.
was like, what?
I'm
Megan's
blacking
gaslighting
out.
me.
I am gaslighting you. I think I was
That would
thinking
be
too
a good
much.
question. If
It just sounded like you
yes.
switched the N and the M in animated. And that really just threw me.
Animated?
It is not animated.
Okay.
Sorry. It's been a long day, you
Megan's
know what I mean?
gaslighting me.
Yeah, that's on me. It's not animated. The first one was not a man.
Brianna, you need to really be carrying your weight back there.
I just asked a fucking question. What are you doing?
I'm thinking of a question. I can't guess a show that I've never seen before.
But you have.
But not a lot.
But in a
What about-
special way.
What about Cleo?
Clear.
What about her?
They stay young.
Babies. Okay, what about, is this someone's kid on the show? Like, is their parent on the show? A main
Maybe.
character?
I'm going to need you to rephrase and wait for your next
Their
turn.
parent, one of their parents, mom or dad or adopted or whatever, a main character on the show?
No. What question are you guys on?
100.
I'm going to give you one more each.
Okay, go.
I
You should get two. Oh, no, yeah, one more each is right. Go ahead.
don't know. I'm so confused.
I think you guys need to think about what you've asked and try not to overthink
We've
it.
been thinking. We're like, oh, they're not in Indiana. They don't lie.
They do
They're not-
lie.
they
do
do
lie.
lie.
They're not Carly Shay.
They do lie.
It's a Joe Goldberg.
No.
They do lie. So,
And
you
don't
know what that
over
means.
fucking think it.
Hey, Julia, I know.
Go ahead.
It's one of those bitches. Hold on, I need to think about this.
What bitches? I have no clue what she's talking about.
I need to ask another question. I would like to ask another question.
Please do.
Last question.
I'm trying to think of a good one that will really
So Brie knows what it is. I have no clue what's going on right now.
They lie.
Does
Down?
this person
Say it!
I'll give you a free question if you just need to ask what you already know.
is this character
Ask what show they're on.
is what?
Ask if they're on a certain show.
Are they on Pretty Little Liars?
Yes.
Okay. Something led me.
So you each get one more question. Figure it out.
I don't know any of their names.
And that's okay.
That's okay. I do.
Is it the main bitch that dies?
Okay. Ask
Is that your question?
No. One more question that gets me character.
Is
traits.
their hair... Is that a good one?
Is there?
Is their hair blonde?
No.
Is it gay? Gay.
Oh, I get one more question before I. Guess
Yeah.
Do they play Scrabble?
No. But nice question.
That's a good question.
Okay, what
Okay.
is it?
If they're not blonde,
And they don't play Scrabble.
they're a liar. They don't
Pretty
have.
Little Liars!
Okay. Okay. Yes, we know that.
They like to go to the mall.
They like to go to the mall. So you know who it is?
No. Emily? Is that her name? Sarah? I don't know.
Which one is it? I'm between three.
Tell me that.
There's too many bitches.
I think it's gay because
You think it's the gay one?
because Megan loves me and is an ally.
And Peach.
Let's think about this episode. Let's think about the first round of this we played. Let's think about the game we're playing. And let's think about...
It's obviously the girl that's Peach. It's
Yeah,
Peach.
it's Emily Fields. No?
You were wrong.
It's Mona.
Yes, I was trying to get you to guess. A.
I would have never gotten that.
So, let's think about Sue Sylvester. Let's think about A. And I have a third final character.
Okay, I'm in.
Julia, you may begin with your first question.
Is this character on a comedy?
No. Brie?
The way I'm looking. I'm like, huh?
You're still thinking about A.
Still
Well, you
like,
asked
huh?
me, like, how, I mean, Pretty Liars had a time job. I know you don't know all this, Julia. But, like, they don't really have a job, but they're also A.
So true, Mona.
That's their full-time job. And it didn't, I was going for our first A, and I knew you kind of already knew that. But I was more or less just going for A.
Okay.
But I was thinking about Mona when I was answering most of the questions.
Okay.
Anyway.
I'm with you now. I'm with you.
Perfect.
Is it a boy?
No. Do I sound like kind of sexy?
So you
That's
said
Brooke Davis.
yes to the first character being a man, and none of your characters were men.
Correct, and I couldn't tell you that then. In my head, I don't know what happened in my head during that or during the animated
We
question.
caught her.
Caught her. Okay, so it's a woman, and it's
It's not a comedy.
it's not a comedy, and it's technically the villain in the show, because that's the plot.
That's the
line.
theme.
So is this a show that Brie has seen more than I have?
No.
Oh fuck.
Is this a show Julia's seen more than I have?
No, equal.
Oh,
Oh, we're equal.
I was gonna say, is it Gay Dean?
What?
It's not Gay Dean.
He was in Glee, and I found that out the other day, and I got so excited because we were watching a Miss Mojo video. I said, that's the Dean from Community.
I do that all the time when I see him in something.
I get so excited.
Okay, something that we've seen equally. Is it my turn or your turn? It's Brie's turn.
Well, you both asked the same thing. You went, have I seen this more than Brie? She asked
Yeah,
if she's
so
seen
it's
it. I
your
said
turn.
no, so it's back to you.
Is it a show that we watch together?
No.
Okay.
Maybe once or twice, but no.
Okay. Drama.
Are they an adult?
Yes.
Okay.
Do they have a kid?
No.
Okay. Do they do surgery?
No.
Okay, that
Is this a Dick Wolf show?
No.
damn.
That takes out like half the shows on TV right now.
That literally takes away every
Wait, let me
show.
think. No.
A show that we've seen
What
equally.
have we seen equally?
That we haven't
even
watched
seen Grey's
together.
Anatomy equally.
I've watched,
You watched
all of
so
it. Yeah.
much more.
Um.
We don't even watch anything together.
Yeah, but we didn't.
Look at
watch
my
together.
face.
What did we watch together? Did you two watch together?
Is that your question?
Sure.
Sometimes.
What's a show that you?
The way I
guys-
looked at you.
It's not New Girl because you watch a lot more New Girl than I do. It's not Parks and Rec. It's not Community. It's not.
It's not Friends.
It's not Friends.
It's not.
Nope, not that either. Is it? It's your turn.
Does it have more than 3 seasons?
Yes.
Oh, well.
I fucked your girlfriend.
Is that your question?
Nope.
I fucked your girlfriend! Yes.
Real ones, no.
Is it a show that you would say could be a feel-good / comfort show?
Traditionally, no.
Okay.
I know who it is.
Ask a question that'll get me to get it.
Is she blonde?
Yeah.
I know who it is. My queen.
I know who it is, but I'm trying to think of a good question.
My honey.
Is this show about elephants?
What?
No.
What are you asking? What did you think was
I was making a bit. I know who it is. Is there a character from Grey's Anatomy?
Yeah. That's what I was trying to
I'm
ask.
thinking about that the whole time.
Is Sandra Oh on it? Okay, ready? It's Villanelle.
That wasn't a question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Villanelle.
Is it Villanelle?
Yes.
Woo! So,
I thought I did a pretty good
true.
job curating some
Those were good
characters.
ones. I didn't like A, but the other two were good.
Yeah. Well, see, I thought
We
it was
have
a
to watch
special
all
little
of
thing. I
them.
know, because we're going to be, spoiler alert, we're going to watch Pretty Little Liars later this year.
Woohoo! All right, well.
Now I'm smiling. Okay. Okay, anywho. Let's end this shit.
Woo!
My name's Julia, and this was another episode of Kiss Me on the Lips.
Oh my god. On the
Sorry,
podcast?
Sorry.
This
Okay.
isn't a vlog.
Yeah, thank you all for coming.
Vlog?
Thank you all for coming. I think next week we're probably going to be talking about Daisy Jones.
Yeah.
Should I watch that all in 1 week so I can talk about it?
Sure.
Yeah.
I want to read the book first, though. So
Okay. You have.
that's really
And also,
awkward.
we might be filming it sooner rather than later, so
I
next
gotta read
time.
the book and watch the entire show.
Amazing.
Hey. Well, on that note,
Goodbye.
bye.
You.
Never. Oh. Okay. Bye.
Goodbye. You. Thanks for listening to our podcast.
Remember to rate, follow, and share with friends.
And find us on TikTok and Instagram at unseriesous to see more content and find out what we're watching next.
We hope you enjoyed, and we'll talk to you next week.
Bye.